Hey, welcome to the Kaibo. Let's get right to it. We're doing the Gran Turismo World Series limited time event. Here it is in the upper right corner of your world view, your world map, and we are off. There are two races in there. The race at Spa, which is available in another video of mine, and it'll be linked at the end. This one lap at Nurburgring. I start in P13, and the idea is to take the lead. And it's a race that I didn't think I could do until I did that Spa race and had great success there. So, whoops, gonna give that guy a little bump and a rub as I go by. Wouldn't do that in real life, but these AI drivers they don't care. And I hesitate to call them AI drivers. They're not the Sophie drivers. These are just the regular computer cars. And usually they make these kinds of things where if you're good, you'll be challenging for the win at the very, very end of the race. But that didn't happen at Spa. I took the lead after 3 laps, and it gave me some confidence to do this. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I don't like this track a lot. I'm just not good at it, and recently I've been working at it more, and I have to say, it's growing on me. It really is, and I'm starting to actually enjoy it. So here we are on the GP circuit, and we're going to head off onto the Nordschleife. Already up to P8. The first cars are usually fairly easy to pass, and I'll take a dive that I maybe wouldn't do in real life, although that guy did open the door for me. And I'm just trying to have a good solid race and see what happens. This is my, I think it's my second attempt at this. The first time I did get P3, and I did have another partial attempt, maybe 2 partial attempts where I just gave up in the middle. Now, this race will start you in the pre-dawn hours, and it's dark. And I don't like that. This track is scary enough for me in the light. And although it does get light pretty, by about this point, it's fairly light. But this time, you noticed I did not have that dark beginning to the race because I restarted in the middle, and it didn't reset the time of day. It just let me go. So I was able to get this whole race in daylight. So if you'd like a daylight race, just drive until you hit daylight and then restart, and it should give you the daylight. So up to P6 already, and we'll make that P5. Heading down here, not exactly sure how I'm going to get around this guy. This is a tough little series of corners, and not good ones for passing. There's this tight section that can take you by surprise if you're not ready for it, if you're not experienced. And that driver seemed to handle it pretty well, so I think I'm getting up to the better AI drivers. But then he brakes really early, so maybe he's not that good. Okay, now we're heading to this downhill section, which is always a bear, and I'm never sure, regardless of the car I'm driving, what gear I should be in. I want to go up to 4th, and the question is, can I go all the way down here in 4th gear? I think I'm going to try it. Yep. It's a lot of lifting, but that seemed to work okay. Gave her some stability, so maybe I learned something here. Continue down here. This is that section where they, between the AI drivers, where they kind of make you just grind it out a little bit. They have a big gap, and I have to really go just put in some good shouldn't say good laps, but good section of solid driving before I catch up with him. Looking at the podium ahead, I can see the leader farther off in the distance. So we're on this high-speed section, and I'm wondering how I'm going to make this happen. They really took it slow around that. I've learned that I can do that corner a little bit faster. We'll get this guy into the corner here. Maybe there was a bump, maybe not. He seems to be okay, and he's not going to flash his lights at me, so that's good. Okay, now, after the carousel here is a section, I call it the high mountains. It's a section that I'm not entirely comfortable with. I just haven't figured out where to push it and where to be careful. So I'm kind of taking the lead from these two drivers ahead of me, and that's serving me well today. Yeah, they're going to pull ahead a little bit just because I'm not quite sure. Okay, now I'm starting to get it. Okay, you come down here, and you usually push it pretty well through here. And then, whoop, whoop, bumpy bump. Sorry about that. I really don't want to take these last two positions with a bump. I want to do it cleanly. Not going to happen in this corner. Yeah, this is me passing Coque Lopez. So, into second place. And, oops. Don't tell anybody. I didn't see anything. Grass? What grass? And this is a high-speed section. You sort of have to trust yourself. And I'm a little surprised that I'm this close to the leader at this point. But as we head up here and over to the mini carousel, that tells me, okay, into the end of this race, into this lap, one corner to go, and I can't figure this one out. I need to do serious practice on this corner alone and find a good braking point, a good acceleration point. But we're onto the back straight. I know I can get into his slip and get around him, and I do pretty easily here at the beginning of the straight, and away we go. We'll just run it out here. I think he's sticking somewhat with me. He's getting smaller and smaller in my rearview mirror there, but this was pretty fun. And it only took me a few tries, and if you're any good at Nurburgring, it may only take you one try, and I think you win about $190,000. So it's, you know, not chump change, but it's kind of fun, and it's a fun race. It's really good practice at overtaking. So give it a shot. It's only here for a limited time, and have some fun with it. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining me. And here's a couple other videos I'd love you to watch, and of course I'd love it if you could subscribe too. Thanks. See you next time.